It sounds funny to create a game around homelessness, right?
We see all these social games where people are spending a lot of their time tending virtual sweet potatoes or fencing virtual goods, and we thought, what if we took some of those same characteristics, the sort of immersiveness, the social sharing, the other things that make these social games a success, and actually use those same characteristics to raise awareness about a real issue.
But I think in combination with something like this, where you can really almost feel what it would be like, or at least understand how easily this kind of situation can happen to a person. That's kind of why we wanted to do a game.
It's a way for people out there sitting at their high-speed connection with a nice job and probably a little bit of money in the bank to feel what it's like to jump from where we're at to where somebody who ends up at a shelter's at.
UMD came to us several years ago. The first thing we did for them was more of an awareness-driven campaign. It was about homelessness in general. It's easy to ignore or want to ignore or try to ignore the problem. So we did an effort around that.
UMD provides services to about 6,000 people a year. Of those, 4,500 of them are actually not homeless. They are people who are at risk of becoming homeless. We have experienced an increase in demand for all of our services. Sometimes people are only a paycheck or two away. And that is an important aspect to the game that we're working on with McKinney, because it is so difficult to pay all of the expenses, and your money just doesn't always stretch far enough. Just the name of the game, Spent, I think says so much to me.
I love the name myself. I think it speaks to the nature of, yes, you're out of money, you're spent, but it also speaks to the nature of how people feel.
You lost your job, your savings are gone, you lost your house, and you're down to your last $1,000.
Can you make it through a month? I could not make it through a month. Can you make it through a month? So people hopefully are going to challenge their friends to see if they can do it.
I think one of the keys to playing Spent is we're not asking you to pretend that you're somebody else. We're not asking you to make the decision that you think somebody in this situation would make, given the situation. We're asking you to make the decision as you would. Social sharing is integrated into the game because there are some challenges where you can, lose a day of work and lose a day of pay, have to pay a lot of money, or you can ask your friend for help, which forces you to kind of actually experience what it means to have to ask people for help, but then at the same time also serves to get the word of the game out and get other people to be curious enough to try it out and see for themselves what it's like.
Look, if people are willing to collectively talk about the pigs they're raising, or the ammunition or guns they need for mafia wars or something like that, then hopefully they'll be interested in talking with friends and family members and colleagues at work about this game that's about homelessness and about being spent.